All right, today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. Let's talk about today's trade recap. So, coming into the day, I was bearish, uh, looking for us to revisit a weekly fair value gap that we had created. Let's go to the weekly chart. So, the weekly fair value gap right here, I was looking for us to take this low and then represent the low of the week, which it looks like it was a perfect place. So if we look at the daily, obviously tomorrow I'm leaning toward upside. I'm looking for at least today's high of day, potentially Monday's high of day, before we could potentially look for more downside. But I think we'll continue up. Anyway, let's look at the trade. So if we look at the 15-minute chart over here to my right, we can see that market opened this morning. We had a pretty good SMT here right at open. Like NQ, MNQ just pumped straight up. ES looked like it was stuck on pause there for a minute. We got short. Initially, we took our short a little too aggressively, to be honest. I should have waited for more confirmation. But we had such a manipulative move up. I thought maybe we would top ticket, and that didn't happen. So what we ended up doing was, on our first trade, we did get stopped out. It was a small loss, so it was nothing too crazy, but we did get stopped out. And my initial entry was on this wick right here. As soon as we closed back in the range and got that close, I ended up putting my stop above that wick. We did end up getting stopped out to continue up a little bit higher. I did have the level marked out. There was an hourly fair value gap in that area. Well, then we go up, we close back down, we get this inverse fair value gap. Took my entry at 995. We got a good flush down initially, and then we started to push back up. We retested this inverse fair value gap. We pushed back down. My initial targets were London low, which would have been here at 803.50, and then this weekly fair value gap at 744. However, I let myself get shaken out, even though I knew what the draw on liquidity was, because I didn't like the way the 4-hour candle closed. So instead of getting full TP, I got out right around here, I think, on this up candle. So when it closed, 883. So we did still get over 100 points on the move. We just missed out on another 140 points. So still a good trade. It cleared $800 per account even after the initial loss there. So overall, a good day. Wish I would have held on a little bit longer, but you got to trust your experience. And the 4-hour, when it closed back up in the range after taking the low, I was not really excited about trying to hold on to it. And I'll show you what I was looking at here. So let me clear all this stuff off. So if we look at the 4-hour we had this morning at market open, NQ had taken the previous 4 hours low and then closed back up in the range. And that close back up in the range is really what got me. If we would have closed lower, below this low, I'd have been more than happy to hold on to that. But we'd already swept all these lows with that. We didn't sweep this low until the 10 o'clock candle, which is the continuation that we should have been in. But either way, took the weekly fair value gap. And I would look for upside the rest of the week. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support. Feel free to click on my link tree and find out more about where I am, what I'm doing. If you're interested, I'd be happy to have you along for the ride. Thanks so much.